there's no shame in boomerang spamming. I know some advanced racers really don't like to depend on those strats, but it works, especially with mini dig doggers. And we're already starting here. thomjay, they are going to head over to the level 3 location, it seems. But we do have at least 1 HP blue Octoroks, which is really nice. Because they are in the bomb dropping group.
Yeah, so the major thing here is we see that it looks like Lionels and Darknuts are up on the overworld. The major thing is that without the shuffle is that sword is basically free to start, so you do at least get the sword right off the bat.
Yeah.
And it looks like a lot of the meta has been, do we do 3 first? Do we go to the 1 spot first? You know, a lot of people are making a lot of sort of mixed decisions on that.
Well, we've got level 5 here at level 3, so this is an interesting level to dig early. It's not the largest level, but it is a bit larger. And there is at least one guaranteed, staircase. Depending upon whether or not it's been segmented, there may or may not be more staircases involved. And we've got Wizrobes. And this is a nasty room for Wizrobes. He's gonna die.
I think he'll be fine. He popped out in the right spot. You've got 9 squares to work with. You're fine. This is totally fine.
What? Yeah, maybe, yeah. But those Wizrobes, they rolled down.
Yeah, and got a bomb drop too, so getting right off to the start here with bombs in hand. Trails is going to up A and decide to reload on the all HP here to get started in the dungeon, so, just hanging out there both. Sorry.
Yep. I will also say, though, it's really nice to see, ropes only taken down by 1 Wizard shot. Those things are pretty irritating when they more than 1 HP.
Yeah, 3 HP ropes are legitimately no fun. There is a ladder block in level 5, unsurprisingly, since the rooms are shuffled based on their original rooms. So we do have a ladder block here, and we've got blue whiz ropes. Oh man, we're having fun.
Yeah, that compass is definitely... Well, that's not even a ladder block. That's a come-in from the other side.
I mean, in theory, you could ladder clip that, but in a room with a blue whiz robe, it looks like a Pole's voice. 5 different enemies in one room. That's pretty impressive.
And it looks like Trails is giving up on level 5 and is probably going to be headed towards the level 1 location. Still can't get any bombs off those Octoroks.
Yeah, a little bit less level 5 and a little bit more level let's get out of here.
Now it looks like Tom does find a way past into this room here, which is just an old man. We've got community hints on, so they're going to be useless hints.
Trails has to do a little bit of dodging there to get to the level 1 spot.
4,
Doesn't get shot
5,
up.
6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It's always 12. It's
Oh
always,
my goodness, they rolled up.
You don't ever need to check. The answer is always 12.
Yeah. But look at here, we found an early Triforce in level 2, and we got more Wizrobes. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, one of the major things about this particular flag set that tends to stymie new players, myself included in my first race, is that you will almost always reach a point in a seed where you have to make hay through some very difficult it's kind of the nature of the flags, is that you're gonna have to take down a bunch of Pole's Voice, you're gonna have to take down a bunch of Blue Wiz Robes, you're gonna have to pull that off to complete a seed. And at this point in time, well, as you can see, we're 2 dungeons in, and this enemy mix is kind of gross.
Oh yeah, this is horrible. But it looks like Trails 420 does get the Triforce out of level 2.
thomjay gets the bad news that the second half of level 5 is all plugged up by the ladder, so he is going to take a hike on out of here. We're going to see what his next plan is. He did not obey, so it's likely he's going up to Armo's spot, because the Armo spot's only randomized 50% of the time in these.
Yeah, all you really need to do is check the one Larmos location in the vanilla location up here at the grave. It will not only if it is not the item, it will tell you where the item is exactly. Because if it's not an item, it's a staircase, and what's in the staircase will tell you what's been shuffled. So if it's a community hint in these particular flag sets, then you'll know then it's in the Lost Hills. If it's a 30 secret or the 10 secret, it's in the forest. And if it's a rare shop, then you know that it's going to be down by the rare shop over in the forest.
Yeah, and a lot of runners then can, decide if they have a bomb, they'll bomb out to get the location of the bait shop and see what's in the bait shop, if they're still hunting for a blue candle, and then loop around to, screen scroll themselves to the shop itself.
Well, yeah, when it comes to the shop, the blue candle is probably the highest priority because there's no guarantee that you're going to find, a red candle or, anything else that'll help you get into the level 8 location. But it looks like thomjay here has found level 4 and has found level Goma. And that's not nice because it's blocking a shutter door. We do have Vyres.
Yep, I was trying to sit on those 2 bombs, but of course, looking at this room, level 4 seems to be that one annoying dungeon that ends up having like 19 locked doors in it. So all the bombs in the world, while nice to have, may not help him too terribly much at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, with keys, that's kind of an issue. Now, we might be able to bomb to the left or to the right. Maybe? Oh, we can bomb to the right. Excellent. So we got 26 as our medium secret.
Slightly down, but not badly so. I mean, you're not expecting, you're expecting, 2 by 25 to get your candle, probably, honestly.
Yeah. No, it really all depends upon whether or not this is going to be one of those seeds where you're going to need to do a lot of purchases, and we've got a ladder block.
So we've got a Goma that's not necessary because you can get around it with a bomb. We've got a ladder block. We've got thomjay getting plenty of bomb drops so far, so not feeling the bomb shortage yet, which is kind of good, but both our runners are definitely feeling the key shortage here.
I wouldn't quite say we can yet. We have to look in this room here, and yeah, there's a ladder block, so we won't need to take down that Goma, but we will need to figure out what's past that ladder block there.
Yeah, somehow, so both levels 4 and 5 draw out to be ladder blocked, so ladder probably strictly necessary, and also, we don't know where it is yet.
We also don't know what's on the coast, and if the coast has an item such as the raft or the bow or the silver arrows, then we definitely need that raft, double need it.
Right, of course, 4... Okay. And yes, the Armos item, yep, we found...
Yeah, the Armos item's going to be up in the Lost Hills, so that is good, but that also means, too, that they're not going to want to get all the way to the Lost Hills until they get at least maybe 2 more heart containers, because you're going to want to route in the being able to obtain the White Sword item with, while you're up there checking the level 5 location, and it looks like we did have somebody check out what was under the Armos statue, and it was...
just a heart container, so Trails is going to add on their 5th heart container, so they are going to go and take their 67% shot at the White Sword item, because it's 2 out of 3, 6 guarantees it, and of course, speaking of, level 9 is actually level 7, so level 9 is bad either way, I guess.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's just another heart container, and you can pick it up, so 6 heart containers, and there's the bait block, oh boy. So that bait block is not really required, although that does make it a one-way room.
Yeah, so thomjay's going to take this one-way trip. So thomjay's been taking a lot of short dips into dungeons here. Trails is trying to look for something good at this point in time, and neither of our runners have found much.
This is probably going to be level 9 here.
Don't wish that on these runners.
I'm not wishing, I'm just...
You don't wish that on these runners. Look at what you've done.
It's because I gave an example. Level 9 could be at the level 5 location, and I'm like, yup, I called it.
This is your fault. You did this. Look at what you've done.
I didn't roll this seed.
So, of course, Trails, gets rebuffed by that, and is gonna... looks like...
I repeat, I did not roll this seed.
Legitimate.
Level 7, the Great Bulldozer.
That's a good-looking bulldozer, admittedly. That one's real good.
The artificial intelligence in this randomizer makes some pretty good art.
Looks like thomjay is going to try and bomb out to see if they can get to the left side of this dungeon. They cannot.
That probably means that there's a corridor staircase on the other side. Yeah, there has to be a corridor staircase. It can't be Zelda's room because then you wouldn't be able to get into that room, period.
Yeah, so level 7 is segmented for sure. Level 5 we know is segmented at this point in time. Level 2 we know is kind of a nightmare, but hasn't really tried.
Now the good news is though is that because level 7 is segmented by way of by that way, it means that there's going to be only one shortcut staircase. Because level 5 through 8 already have one staircase. They only add additional ones based on how segmented the dungeon is. But they'll always have at least one staircase.
Excellent. So we've got Trails who's cutting back across here now. So gonna go ahead and probably find level 4 here and find that level 4 is basically blocked up in every single way imaginable at this point in a Zelda 1 seed.
Actually, I'm pretty sure we were also key blocked out of 4.
Yeah, we were key blocked, we were bow locked, we were ladder blocked, we were, I'm sure that we'll need bombs deeper in the dungeon. I don't know, it's kind of a nightmare.
Yeah. Either way, this might be one of those seeds where you may, want to consider investing in keys.
Yeah, I
Or,
mean,
with the way the locked doors are, currently.
And with wizrobes everywhere, though, you might consider a blue ring here. There's a lot of options in terms of how you might want to spend your money.
That kind of means that the medium secret's becoming less and less of a good thing. If we really are dealing with a poverty seed.
I mean, neither of our runners have gone out of their way to grab the large secrets yet.
Yeah, they're still getting a leaf
one requiring. Yeah, 2 requiring candle anyhow.
Here's
so
level 3. So this is actually not a bad level to find, unless it could still be segmented, but there's the staircase. We'll have it's got wizrobes. Every dungeon has wizrobes.
What is with this terrifying enemy mix here? It's a Pole's voice, it's a wizrobe, it's a Tektite, it's a rope, and it's a Stalfos in the same room with bubbles. That is just disturbing.
That's a Kananaki. You could have done a Kananaki there. But interestingly enough, that room doesn't have a room drop. Yeah, look at that. There's... I'm thinking maybe we really are kind of locked out of most of everything. There's got to be a way, because we are running out of dungeons to check. Well, here we go. We can go south, and this leads into just some Tektites. Fortunately, the Tektites didn't roll up. All right. Oh, more robes, but there's a key.
So yeah, we're gonna bail on this room as fast as we can. Trails is getting through level 7 through the things that we saw thomjay already doing here. Again, Trails is a little bit more, has seen level 2, has seen a couple of other things as well on the map, so it's still pretty even because we both sides really have nothing at this point.
And who ordered a ladder block?
This seed apparently, that is our 3rd dungeon that has something that is basically full ladder blocked.
But the good news is though, is with that single key, thomjay might consider digging digging that other location in 3. Or going back to another dungeon, and thomjay's gonna make the wise decision here. Save that key. So now he's gonna be able to check beyond some of those locked doors, and if he finds anything, that's good. If not, he can just retry and get that key back. That is a good move.
Yeah, he's gonna take. It looks like he's taking his key to the level 1 spot. It looks like he's gonna find level 2 in just a second here. He hasn't been in there yet. Trail's making good time here in level 7, though. I mean, for as good as level 7 gets, at least.
Yeah, this is definitely turning out to be a seed where item management is going to be the key. Figuratively and literally.
Yeah, neither runner legitimately has any traction at this point in time. Trails is here in a push block room. I don't know if we saw this as a push block before. thomjay's going to run up into that free Triforce in level 2. Probably the only free things our runners have got.
Yeah, just to mention, that might be a push block room. It's never going to have a staircase because staircases and shutter doors don't work like that.
Ah, okay. Trails finds a bomb hole, though, here in level 7 that thomjay did not, and so he's going to get a little deeper into this at this point in time. So we'll see if this pays off or not.
Trails does find a clock. Most likely we'll have to go back into the room afterwards to get the remaining wall masters, if there are any.
Yeah, but that's a fine trade-off either way.
Well, it turns out there was just the one wall master, so that worked out. And speaking of which, here's some more.
Just can't get enough, can we? I mean, I'll take Wall Masters over Blue Wizrobes like any day. Let's be real for a minute here.
Yeah. And here we go. This could be, this actually could be a possible item staircase.
Yeah, also gonna fight these for potential bombs as well, you know, instead of block clipping through, so gonna try and get some additional materials.
Although, better be careful not to, get bodied by too many of these spears.
Yeah, sitting at half a heart now. Things are looking a little bad.
Yeah. We'll see what we got down here. It is the staircase. That's probably the staircase that's leading over to the other side of the map.
Yep.
So we can go left and we can go up. And we've got a dig dogger. So that's something to consider. Because that could be an item drop room.
thomjay adds on heart container number 7 here from the white sword spot as well. Trails finds a whole lot of nothing in the room north of the stairwell room, so...
There really hasn't been a lot of floor drops.
No, there's been a handful of 5 rupees, and I think I saw 1 bomb in level 4, but yeah, things are not really...
Where are all our keys? Here's another Moblin room.
They're in level 1 behind the candle at the level 8 spot.
Yeah, So yeah, getting that candle. Now the question is, though, where is that candle? Because we haven't seen it yet. Ooh, this is not a fun room to be in. It's just the lag.
Yeah, the lag. Used a bomb to soften up the room a little bit, so just trying to get rid of most of the enemies here. Does have one problem here, is that he is currently soft lock if he cannot get all 3 of them bombable in the same location, so he's just going to have to up an A.
Well, that's not entirely true, though. There is a way to get it, but it's not within logic. You can actually sort of you can ladderless clip over the moat, but not like quite all the way, but just enough that your sword can reach.
That is some very advanced technique.
Yeah.
And of course, not strictly necessary. Yeah, this is not a fun start here. We're 17 minutes in, and do either of our runners have any traction right now? Nope, not a drop.
Well, they both have the Triforce out of level 2. That's about it. But yeah, in terms of finding useful items, they just haven't found anything yet.
And Trails has a beat on level 7 at least at this point in time, so...
Although with all these Gibdos, it's kind of a problem. But it looks like thomjay is back here in level 2. Now there are 2 items here in level 2. Both of them are going to be floor drop items. So the good news is that you won't need to worry about pushing any stairs. The bad news is, though, is that you may have some pretty significant combat blocks.
Yeah, thomjay finds the bomb hole to the right here, so now he has a little bit of traction in a dungeon now.
What is that weird-shaped object that he just picked up?
I think it was a boomerang.
Yeah, right. No, I think it's one of those things that you use to open doors.
A crowbar? There's another one.
Look, there's another one of those weird objects that we haven't seen that much.
It seems like
there's another one in here, too.
It seems like we found the source of all the keys in Hyrule right now. thomjay leading the way with 3 keys, and makes a bunch of money here too, I guess, so it makes up for the bombs that he bought to actually get access to this portion of the dungeon.
I thought Ganon was the source of all the keys in Hyrule.
You're not wrong.
Well, actually, it's more like the Vyres.
Another bomb hole, a locked door,
and
some Wizrobes. Look, more Wizrobes. Who knew?
Oops, always robe.
Grabbing that heart and hoping the Wizrobe doesn't kill him while he does it.
Well, you know what? He is going in and out, and yeah, that was a very good move. So Wizrobes are not the dominant enemy in that particular set. So that means he's able to destroy some of those enemies, go back out, and when he comes back in, those Wizrobes are going to be gone.
More keys in level 2. He's sitting on 4 right now. He's found 5 in this dungeon after breaking out that one right side wall, so
Yeah,
I'm sure he's very happy about
so
that.
that one bomb hole in level 2 is basically the linchpin, and there is the recorder.
Recorder is
Required.
very required because level 7 spot is blocked by the recorder. Also, fast travel's not so bad. He can get back to level 2 if his heart so desires at this point in time.
Well, yeah, well, that's actually not a bad thing because level 2 is. Yeah, level 2 was at the. Where was that location again? It was.
It was at the level 1 spot. It's fairly centralized, and now with the
Yeah.
map, he sees that he's only got 3 more rooms in this dungeon to find one last item, so that's a good find. And yeah, Red Wizards rolled the minimum. They rolled 2.
Yeah, those are really, really, really. Those are. Wow, look at that. Now
Oh,
those
that's...
Wizrobes are going to take only 1 hit.
Now, there's the game-breaking moment here. That bomb out ends up paying off. Part of go mode, Silver Saber, White Sword in hand. thomjay now has a lot of options and is feeling probably pretty good right now. Assuming that, of course, he thinks that his opponent didn't do the same and he's feeling the stress that his opponent might have this already.
Yeah, whenever you do something right, you think your opponent did it first. If you did something wrong, you figured your opponent somehow managed to avoid that. That's
That's the rule of randomizer.
yeah, one of the rules. So now thomjay here is going to be checking under Recorder Lake. Unfortunately, we do not have our audio up, so we're not able to play Name That Tune with the rest of us, but the rest of chat, I should say. And hey, we've got level 8 under the level 7 location.
I mean, 3 items here instead of 2, so 2 stairwell items and 1 floor drop. It's kind of nice. I mean, it's a gigantic dungeon, but that's a great thing to see though right off the bat.
Yeah, that means you're going to be hunting for staircases only.
Staircases and maybe the compass, trying to chase up the Triforce when you need to.
Yeah. Probably going to exit here and go back in and do the pirouette trick. Oh no! Well,
Can't pirouette the opening here.
Ah, there's the bomb hole.
Trails walks by the wall that had the bomb hole in level 3 at this point in time, so not making any attraction. There's a stairwell in level...
And that's one of our shortcuts. We don't know how segmented this 8 is, but judging by the looks of level 7, there's a Goma.
Trails, of course, resets the room to reset away the blue Wizrobe here in level 3 as well, and is able to get the map from that room, so now has information on where to bomb at least, so gonna feel pretty good about that. But as you can see, thomjay is just cutting down these Gyptos real fast.
Yeah. Those blue Wizrobes are probably going to be the only thing in this sea that's really going to give thomjay a run for his money.
Yeah, there was a floor drop heart container here. Trails is about to get the bad news here that there is a ladder block here. thomjay's first item in level 8 is a heart container. So has the heart container from the...
So there's a lot of life, you know. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if thomjay actually has a chance of pulling out the magic sword.
Especially because knowing what's blocking up the level 4 and the level 6 spot, it's likely that he delays that as long as possible. So he may take a pull at the magical sword. Max health blue Gurias do greet him here, though. 4 swings with the white sword is just kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, so it looks like those Wizrobes have definitely rolled up.
So we've got another ladder block in level 8 this time.
Ladder block and Gomas. Now, there could be a Triforce or a Compass in this room here.
Trails is going to use up a key to get to the last 3 rooms on the top side of level 3. Finds more blue Wizrobes, a surprising literally.
Here's the map. Ooh, look at that.
Stairwell and bombs. Let the good times roll for Trails here. Let's see what's in level 3.
Heart container.
Oh well, can't all be winners.
Speaking of which, you know, right now this is their first game. And, yeah, so There we go. Tom J doing the clip that we were discussing earlier.
Yep, gets 5 rupees for his trouble.
But I do want to
The
mention
last...
this is a best 2 out of 3, with the loser unfortunately having their tournament career over. And that's a potential item block.
That is lovingly what we call a problem, and you're going to see if there's a bomb to the south here. There is, so his exploration of 8 is not about to come to a close just yet. This room could have the compass or the Triforce in it as well.
Nope, doesn't have anything, but we can go forward. And
Trails
oh boy, oh look at that!
Oh,
That's very
nice.
kind. Those blue land molas, they decided to go up, and kind of easy to kill that way. And looks like we've got our Triforce, and we have a small secret.
Yep. So Tom J not quite interested in the Triforce yet here. Trail's making some money here. Definitely has, sitting on 104 rupees, absolutely has candle money at this point in time. So just needs to find a candle shop at this.
Okay, so Tom J is going to cash in his chips and exit level 8. Probably going to go back in and take a different route, or maybe he's come to the conclusion that he is bow blocked.
With one item available, he is blowing his recorder, so it looks like he's going back in right now. Trails is going to give us a look at the large secret here.
So here we go. We start over at this segment here, so there is a way to go down.
Oh, this is not a poverty seed. This is the opposite of a poverty seed.
It seems like it. But here's a worry. Well, no, we've already found the item on the floor. But here, look at this. The second item
he's right here.
Well, actually, no, because I believe that we still have an outstanding staircase. Because remember, double segment, right? Or a segment.
Right. Yeah,
so
segment means 2.
Level 8 always has one staircase as a default. But this might be a way to get further into the dungeon on this side.
It sure looks like it. So he's looking at his map now. He knows he's got bomb spots to the left here. So sitting on one bomb, it's a little bit dicey how he's going to decide if he's going to decide to burn it or not, and he does.
We can go forward here. This won't have anything, but look at those. Well, unfortunately, you had to use up your bombs to get into that room, because that's a great way to fill up your bombs. But see if there's anything in this gel room.
There is not. It looks like, at least for items for stairwells, Trails takes a bad death here at on his way to.
Should I get the compass? Should I not? I have the Triforce already. So yeah, unfortunately, we cannot go down in this room because of those dodongos.
He can get to that room through. He can get to that room through here. He's going to grab the key though at this point in time, but it looks like he may be. It looks like his time in level 8 might be short here.
Well, there's some bombs and a dodongo, so we can feed the dodongo, get more bombs. Probably going to go up and try and max out the bomb count with those. Of course, they are trolls, and they. There we go. Oop.
Very nice there.
Yeah. I think Tom J doesn't realize that you can't have a, gets the Triforce anyway, or, the compass. But yeah, you cannot have the shutter doors and the staircases, appearing staircases in the same room. And it has to do with a lot to do with how the code works. There's certain event code that is executed. There's our candle, 61 rupees. So now Trails can enter the level 8 location.
Tom J, finding out that he's going to have to use up one of his many keys to get to the other side of this, does a quick reverse block clip to avoid all the enemies in that room.
Well,
he's going to find a key on the ground.
But then you got to use up the key afterwards.
That's a Gleeok that you absolutely don't have to fight, thankfully. But you do have to fight these speedworms here. So Blue Landmo's on deck. Kills one. Yeah. He's going to leave the room and reset it, so the other Blue Landmo will lament the death of its lover and leave the dungeon.
Yeah, that's yeah. Whenever you have like a multi enemies that come in multiple segments, such as Moldorms, Landmolas, and Digdoggers. You just have to defeat one of their kind, and the rest will just go away after you re-enter the room.
Yeah, Trail's stocking up on cash again, knowing that it's 150. Probably going to line up a blue ring here, it looks like would be the game plan.
Oh, here we go. I think this might be your item. It is. Oh, it's the magic boomerang. Oh, of all the items to dig.
Well, I think he's done here. If he's keeping good item count, he knows that he is done with this dungeon. 2 heart containers, 1 boomerang, 1 Triforce.
He's gonna probably check down here, maybe find some extra keys. Nope, can't go that way. Wait. That's another segment?
Yeah,
no,
we
wait,
don't need...
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. That was... Huh. Yeah, I guess that was another segment.
Let's see, look, Jiggly, I'm much friendlier than everybody else. Level 1 was in the level 8 spot behind the candle, and had a key, and had the ladder. So all those ladder blocks, they're gone now for Trails, as he gets his first real game-opening item for himself, along with his candle. He's bought arrows for safety in case the bow pops out of the stairwell. So things are starting to look up a little bit for Trails.
I was looking so hard at thomjay, I forgot there was somebody else he was racing against.
Yep, no, Trails ended up doing a lot of shopping and kind of did the world tour of let's get some stuff, which is not very exciting, but planning and getting yourself prepared for whatever is ahead of you is very important sometimes. Kind of wish to see that white sword, but things are not looking so bad right now. thomjay's in level 4. We don't quite know what's here yet, but he's got 4 keys, so I guess he's interested in diving this dungeon.
So I guess it's interesting that one bomb hole and 2 opened the world up to thomjay, but buying the candle is what, opened the world up in another way. So kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, these 2 runners have definitely taken the seed in very different angles, and they have very different open points in this seed right now for themselves.
Now, of course, if Trails can dig up a magic key somehow, then we'll be spared having to, go into level 2 and find all those extra keys.
That is a floor drop bow in level 1. There we are. Gova blocks no more. Part of Go mode attained, so we're still looking for the raft. We're still looking for silver arrows, but that is a big pickup as level 1 pays out immensely this seed at this point. On the flip, thomjay does have the sheet of paper for level 4, so he knows what's in here right now, and he's going to try to figure out what his best option is at this point in time. Trails takes a death here, but I'm sure he's going to go back in. I think we're just missing the stairwell item from 1 right now. We found both floor drops.
Yeah, so this section of 4 is ladder block, and that section up there is ladder block. So there really isn't any way to progress.
Yeah, progression.
Level 1 also has whiz robes, too.
I mean, you wouldn't have it any other way, would you?
Wait, how many dungeons have whiz robes? 3?
4?
4?
Maybe 5, I don't know. Like, all of them. Is that possible? It's not, actually. I don't know if that's possible, but it sure feels that way.
Yeah, getting news from chat that those Vyres didn't get killed by a single bomb blast, which means that they are no longer in the bomb dropping group.
Hooray.
Which is a pain in the butt. Which probably means level 9 is going to be full of Vyres, and they're going to be the only bomb-dropping enemy in 9.
There's a reverse C room here for Trails, so he's going to pick off these whiz robes and try and get an item out of here.
Well, I'm going to guess Red Ring.
The way the seed has been going, that's a good guess, it feels like.
It's the magic key.
It's the many key. It doesn't break. I don't know why it doesn't break, but it doesn't break. Level 1 is just incredible.
Well, it's a magic key. That's why it doesn't break. See, all those other keys, they're all magic keys, obviously. I mean, you turn it into the lock and then it just disappears.
And the triangle right behind.
Ooh,
wow.
There we go. So now Trails is, at the moment, even though, has 2 Triforce pieces, I'd say is somewhat in the lead.
This level 1 has the goods and the business all together at the same time.
Now we're going to find out what's at the coast.
Obviously a sensible play. He's right here right now, and then he can work his way back up and along. Also, if there's a blue ring here, I bet he's gonna throw down the 242. No, he's not. He's gonna pass it up. He's gonna check for a red ring first, but he's gonna
Hey,
he's
book
gonna
on the
find
coast.
the encyclopedia instead.
So don't forget, though, that Trails does have to go back to level 2 to fish out that recorder. We won't have to worry about key drops, but, definitely needs that recorder. But, of course, the recorder was out on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, he's now interested in plunging ahead here into those ladder blocks that he had found earlier, so he's gonna go right back to level 5.
Yeah, so we're finally going to see what is here in level 5.
Tom
Still
J looks
missing that.
longingly. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all right. No, I was just going to say, still missing that raft, still missing the silver arrows.
Yeah, Tom J looks longingly at the wooden arrows in the shop before deciding against.
Well, that might actually be a good idea, because you've got to get that candle. See, there's no guarantee that the red candle is going to be behind a block, right? There's no guarantee that that candle is going to be out in the open.
Could be in level 9 for all you know.
Exactly. Oh, there we go. We got it.
Alright, Trails is coming through the backside of this here. Tom J is not finding the candle shop. We know that it's at the rare shop at this point in time. Trails reflexively grabbing the key. I do that a lot. It's just a thing that everybody does. You've got the any key, but you still grab them anyway because it's a thing that you do.
Speaking of a thing that you do, I think this is a thing that Trails will have to do.
I don't think this is a thing that you want to do.
Oh, it's never a thing you want to do, but it's the thing that you might have to.
I mean, as you counted out earlier, these have a dozen hit points. These are as healthy as they come.
Yeah. In fact, this may actually be one of those situations where it's like really recommended that you get the magic sword. Though there's no guarantee that you can pick it up. Tom J gets bodied by one of those dark nuts. But there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to pick the magic sword up at 10 hearts.
Might not be able to pick it up at 13.
Yeah. I mean, I've some of the more nasty seeds I've seen, it's like 14 heart container magic sword. This won't give you a break. Some seeds will just never give you a break.
Trails very politely decides to say, I'm done with this garbage here in level 5. Tom J is looking for money in all the places at this point in time, but also needs a candle.
Well, that explains why Tom J was up in the corner there, because there is that 100 secret.
Yeah, seeing the runners here, I think Tom J makes a bit of an unforced error on the overworld here. It's a little tough, gets clawed up on a bush, gets killed by a blue dark nut, so he takes a moment to compose himself, which is very smart, so he is now, relaxing a little bit, I think, which is good. Trails is picking around in the shops here, gonna go grab some bombs, because he's all tapped out. 34 rupee bombs are terrible, but, you buy what you gotta buy.
I guess the next question is, where's Trails gonna go? I guess back to 2.
I mean, if he does, that's the right call. He's gonna stop here. It looks like he's gonna get the Arsonist Alley heart container.
Nope.
Take an emergency potion.
Many racers will take that potion at that location.
No, it makes a lot of sense. It's a good thing to pick up here, get a little extra safety. You know that there's 12 hit point blue wizards out on the road right now.
Yeah. Just help you body them just a little bit more. The red ring, of course, would be even better. We do have Tom J back here in level 3.
Trails is back in level 2 at this point in time. So thomjay's got his piece of paper here, so he's gonna start trying to work his way around level 3. Again, no ladder in hand.
And then, of course, we've got these that Wizrobe room. I don't know if Trails cleared it out or not.
He absolutely did not.
Okay, well, I guess we know where our floor drop is, unless we already found it.
Well, we're gonna get our heart container here, so there's that. There's that at least.
Well, that is one of the first shots at Magic Sword.
Yeah, 20% chance to get it at this point. So
Now keep in mind that with that white sword, thomjay is going to only need 6 swipes to, take down each of those Wizrobes.
that is the strangest use of the word "only" I've heard all day.
Only 6.
Accidentally burns off his last key into that door, trying to outmaneuver the enemies here. It does happen. Gets bombs for his trouble, so it looks like that blue wizard might be where it's at. Trails is making some headway here, has his recorder as well at this point from level 2.
Nope, guess not.
And this would be an awful spot to have the raft in level 3 in that blue wizard room. It could be. It could still be in the bottom left.
Things could be a lot worse. It could be plus or minus 4 HP. And the Wizrobes could have shuffled all the way up.
I mean, things could be worse. We could be playing a different randomizer. But we are playing the Zelda 1 randomizer today, and it is pretty fantastic. These settings, though, are testing a lot of our runners in terms of their patience and their ability to break seeds open. And Trails did not. Trails got his white sword, so he's done with level 2. And the Dark Nuts outside of level 2 are done with Trails as well.
That's right. We were ladder blocked out of these last 4 rooms in 3.
Yep, we do not know what is there, because only Trails has the ladder at this point.
Yep, the correct move is to get that candle and make your way to level 1.
Yeah, Trail's working a decent lead at this point in time, because he did get the candle, he did go into that level 1, and that level 1 had, everything you could want and more from a level 1.
But that doesn't seem to be the only move that you need to make, too, because remember, we've still, it's both of them have only 2 pieces of Triforce.
Yeah, this seed has been very slow to develop at this point in time, even now with Trail starting to get the items he needs to break things open.
Now thomjay has managed to dig out all of level 8 and found nothing but garbage. Hopefully Trails will find the necessary items before that. Otherwise, Trails might take a look at level 8, try and check for the silver arrows. So that's at least what, if the silvers are in level 9.
Yeah, could be. Things always get interesting when the silvers are in 9. 9's the great equalizer, but it's double so when you're chasing silvers.
Yeah.
Trails fishes up another bomb drop here from the Dark Nuts. He's going to find himself back in level 7, it looks like.
Yep, this was the bulldozer level.
thomjay, with the candle in hand, making some money from the big secret in the Lost Woods, and is headed directly due east, which means that he is going to make a quick and dirty stop into level 1 here, probably the game plan, he will be pleasantly surprised by what's inside.
It just really occurred to me, though. No, it hasn't occurred to me. That was another seed. Sorry.
They all start to blend together after a while.
They do. They really do. It's like they could have taken the power. Wait, no, the power bracelet was in the other one.
Yeah, our runners absolutely do not have the power bracelet right now, so.
Because that would be something that they would actually want at the moment, because just being able to go all around, quickly. That was very useful.
Yeah, so it looks like Trails is interested and probably going to hit up the transport staircase here in level 7. thomjay is got his candle. He's got a candle out and available. Looks like he's going to heal up at the fairy fountain and then likely dip to... Nope. Ooh. Oof.
Ooh. So gonna do the opposite of healing.
What's the opposite healing again? Wait, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
We just saw it. It was that. Getting stabbed in the back.
I don't like that. That doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it's a real pain.
And so, as surmised, the backside of level 7 is available via that particular staircase, so left side is accessible, so we're going to start potentially seeing what items were in here.
Okay. Ah, there's the Triforce.
You think he's going to dip back in to try and to clean it out? Seems like the
Yeah.
right play, right? thomjay is trying to farm up rupee number 242 and takes an overworld death over by the Armo spots in level 2.
So no, Trails is not going back into level 7. So I guess that means they're going to leave it until the Great Item Hunt. Which, of course, yeah, sorry.
It's an interesting call. I mean, that's runners like gambling off dungeons I've seen. I'm no stranger to that.
Yeah, we're definitely holding off on digging those later dungeons until you absolutely have to. Kinda does work in the long run. I think the problem is, though, is that as you're looking around in a dungeon, you get so invested in what's there that sometimes you just can't resist, clearing it fully. It's knowing when to dip and when to dive. That's kind of that's kind of part of the routing and the secret to success. And yeah, so Trails bought arrows. We're gonna be able to. This could have a floor item.
Yeah, gonna take advantage of his bow for sure. thomjay has farmed up rupee number 242 and drops all of them in front of an old man in a cave. And he now has his blue ring, so he has the defensive power.
Now we're gonna be able to see what's past these doors.
Yep. Deciding on level 4 over the second half of level 7 here. Gonna leave himself a care package there. Now thomjay's in level 1, and we know what he's gonna get in level 1.
He's gonna get all of the things.
I like all of the things. The rare 3-item level 1, including 2 pieces of go mode, and a 3rd item that is, of course, not necessary, but incredibly helpful.
Now we've got a segmented 4.
Trail's gonna ladder clip across here, gonna pick off these these Gyptos real quick.
And there's a key on the other side. Don't need that. We got all the keys we could ever need.
thomjay stabs his wizard ropes to death when they get stuck in the block, so he can see where he gets the map at least, so he can see everything. Very sharp wizard rope combat from thomjay there in the 6-pack room.
Now one more wall master to go. 2 more wall masters. There's the map. So yeah, so Tom J has been up in this quadrant before.
Didn't get anything out of it, though.
No.
His chat has decided that this is either a leaping bat or a bird on a branch for a level 4. Level 1 looks like Space Invaders.
And now we're gonna see what's past this ladder block. There could be something in this room. Just a key. Alright, this is probably going to be our item, and it is... Ah, there's the power bracelet.
It's a part of your balanced breakfast, but it doesn't really serve you any good other than getting around the map quickly on these flags.
Well, there's the Triforce down there.
Tom J now knows that the Triforce is on the other side of the segment in level 1, and is going to dive out the last couple of rooms before going across.
I'm going to assume he picked up his ladder as well.
He's about to.
There it is. But not the magic key, though. So that'll be interesting.
The big thing is that he also has not picked up the bow. Oh, he did get the bow, okay.
Yeah. Ah, okay, I see. So in this room here...
This is magic key, yes.
Well, I was going to say this is where the Triforce is.
Does the block clip in the reverse C room, which is a lot harder than it looks, honestly, so...
Yeah, it's really difficult to get the, just the heart container here. But yeah, it's hard to get a block clip when you don't have a lot of space. Because really, when you see a, a 2 block high, space that's, a block and then a place under that, that's really sort of like a 1.25 sort of space. But it's really, but it's, you kind of really need sort of a good, you need to really be on point. When I try and block clip, what I usually do is I usually just run at it and just do a thing and hope it works out.
I'm quite the same, honestly. There's no finesse involved in it. You just charge it headlong and hope that you're in the right spot.
Yeah.
But in the interim, Tom J adds on the number 1 triangle. In that ladder block room in level 4 was the Triforce, so picks up his Triforce. Trails as a full clear on 4 at this point in time. And the raft is still at large.
The raft and the silvers. So we know that level 8 is not the answer. Which unfortunately, it looks as if Trails is headed towards level 8 as we speak. I'm gonna grab the large secret here first.
I mean, worst case scenario, it's 149 arrows.
Wait, are you saying the large secret was only 1 off the max?
Yeah, it was 149. It was absolutely not a poverty seed tonight.
Wow.
Also means that you have money in case the thieves are looking for cash. You can just pay them off at that point with your 200 rupee stash that you're not using for anything anyway.
We really haven't seen any mugger rooms yet in this seed. But it looks like Tom J is back here in 3, gonna take care of these whiz robes. Unfortunately, oh yeah, that's right, because he's got the ladder. So this could possibly be the move.
Yeah, we'll see if this nets raft or silvers here, but we know that there's an item down here. Or in the wizard room. We don't want it to be in the wizard room, we can help it.
Actually, as the way things are going, I think thomjay might actually be ahead.
Yeah, he's made up ground pretty quickly here. The advantage that Trails had skipped level 8 is kind of going away. Oh, would you look at that indeed.
That
is not nice.
That is game.
That is.
Oh, is it a Wizrobe room? Yes.
Yeah, there are 8 blue Wizrobes in that room holding a triangle, in fact.
All of the Wizrobes ever.
It takes a lot of Wizrobes to be load bearing, apparently.
And that's the second item out of 3. That's just the heart containers. So
thomjay is thinking about it. I think he knows. You can kind of tell he's hesitating there at the doorway. You think he knows? Does he remember?
Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, did anybody else remember? I can tell you who did remember. Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Very nice.
Note that this seed is, or should I say this stream is not sponsored by Pepperidge Farms.
The seed does seem to be sponsored by Blue Wizrobes, though, as they claim thomjay's life pretty much immediately.
And I think that's only 5 Wizrobes, not 8.
Okay.
I mean, Wizrobes kind of feel like 8 Wizrobes each.
It's like 20 at this point.
So, Wizrobes that split. When are we getting those?
That's part of a different randomizer, the Infinite Suffering randomizer.
Well, I did do something so that the Wizrobes, instead of firing Wizrobe beams, they just made more Wizrobes. And then they kept spawning Wizrobes over and over. And you pretty much have to get them all at once in order to... It was insane.
No one actually wants that. That's a bad idea.
Oh, if you think nobody wants stuff like that, have I got a fan game for you.
Alright. Out of bombs.
Well, back to start for you.
thomjay's done with this, obviously. It's a good call that he's going to dip on this for now.
Level 3 is going to be our go mode dungeon.
You just come back later. I mean, on 11 hearts, you've got to decide, is it going to be maybe let's try and get Magical Sword and try and make that room a little bit safer? 3 hits instead of 6 is a much more of a kinder ask, certainly.
Alright, well, we're going to try level 5, which is, guess what, more of the same.
There's the blue boomerang for Trails, so his dip into level 8 has gotten him this far, as he's gotten 1 heart container and a boomerang. Well, he's not going to pick it up, but he knows it's there.
Yeah, at this point in time, I don't think any of the racers need a boomerang.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they need at this point in time. Oh yeah, they need Raft and Silver Arrows, and maybe a medic. Like so many seeds of this particular flag set, this week 5 bracket flag set, it is racking up a body count at this point.
So that means level 6 must be on the island then.
Yep.
So level 6 could possibly have a red ring and silver arrows. Oh man, can you imagine? Because...
Trails takes a fall here to the Donga room, and thomjay is going back until level 5, it looks like, here, with his ladder in tow.
A few more bombs. Gonna see if you can take down this particular room. This is the nastiest room.
wide open Wizrobe combat is legitimately no fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but it's like, no fun on the standpoint of, oh god, I've got to get through this and I'm going to die.
Yeah, well, the thing about that is like with some of those rooms, like the moat room and the NSU, you can get the Wizrobes trapped in a pattern, but here, yeah, they just charge right you. Oh, there we go. I'll hail Lord Banana. Watch Lord Banana be in the next room.
thomjay does make it through that blue Wizrobe room, though, and is now going to reload on bombs here on this red Wizrobe.
Which we could have actually gotten to this room. Oh, there's the Triforce. Wait, could we have gotten to this room beforehand?
No, there was the ladder. The Chevy room was just south of this room.
Oh well, not. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, but then. Yeah, but then you could have been able to get that Triforce without that then, without having to defeat those Wizrobes.
Yeah, you could have gotten it with just the ladder.
Yeah. Well, it looks
It's
like
fine.
thomjay is not going. Oh, you know what? Gonna probably make a pass at Magic Sword now, or go back here into level. Yeah.
Has a bow, has the magic key, has the ladder, so has everything he needs to go through level 4 at this point in time. He does not have the Triforce there yet, so he's gonna make a move on it. It looks like, but he's here in the graveyard. Is he gonna make it? He is going north. Here we go.
This is the moment of the truth.
Nah, this seed is garbage.
Is the worst.
Yep.
Well, that's only 11 hearts, so maybe one more heart will push it up over. So it's not at 10, it's not at 11, maybe it'll be at 12.
Have you considered that this seed is really garbage?
Well, I want to say that the seed's not as garbage as some of the ones I've seen, but... Yeah, chat, 14 is the maximum amount of hearts required to get the magic sword. Gonna get this one? Nope, gonna keep on going. I believe there is a heart container down here.
Yeah, and extra bombs too, so he's gonna pretty happily tack those on. Trails is still dipping through level 8 here. Needs the Triforce, hasn't found a path to it yet. thomjay tacks on heart container number 12 here.
So now this is finally gonna be a chance. And it looks like this room is not being quite as nice to Trails as it was for thomjay. You remember when he was back in here, both of those danger noodles, they went upward and got trapped.
But ladder makes that room trivial, and so Trails is going to attack on Triforce number 5 at an hour, 2 and 5 seconds. thomjay 3 seconds behind, adding on the level 4 Triforce to his inventory.
Okay, so it looks like thomjay is going to dig out what we know is the power bracelet.
Trails is going to go and get some disappointment, it looks like.
Well, no, this isn't the disappointment room.
It's about to be. It's going to try and pick up the magical sword and get a whole lot of air.
Oh, Trails, yes.
thomjay's going to get a croissant, which is a different kind of disappointment,
I guess.
this
isn't what a croissant was. This is just going to lead to those 2 rooms down to the south.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yay!
Everything is terrible.
See, the worst thing is, though, is you do end up losing your hearts too when you have to up an A like that.
Yeah, it's a little less painful when you have a ring in hand, but it's a tough decision certainly. But most of the time, it's faster, and you have to kind of count on your combat skill and your ability to not get killed to get you by.
Yeah, here's the item. That's good, though. That's actually a pretty quick... Is he gonna take it? Nope. Thinking... He's gonna save. That also
he's
means
done.
he's not gonna check out the magic sword and see if he can grab it at 12 hearts. Probably not gonna make another pass until it gets 14.
No, he pops
Oh, no,
the recorder. He's going back.
Okay, no, let's we'll see where this goes. This may be the move, this may be not.
Trails also decides to fight these Wizardropes here, but on a full stack of health. Pops early potion. It's not 12.
No. It's either 13 or 14 hearts.
This seed is real good right now.
Yes, really, really, really good.
And as you said much earlier, Jiggly, you said that level 1 or that level 2 was in a pretty good spot for, using the recorder to get to kind of make quick work, centralize yourself in the world, and so
yeah,
thomjay is going to do just.
Yeah, level one in the vanilla game is probably the closest. Well, it's pretty much not quite the center of the map, but pretty much close. It's very open and accessible. You can you can go straight there. You can get to almost any dungeon. Dungeon 6 is probably the one that's probably the hardest to get to using the recorder. Like if the level 6 location is level 9.
Yeah, if it's there, it's oftentimes a nice situation to pick up the power bracelet because it's real easy to get there through the push block network.
Yeah, well, you can get to the level 5 location. I don't believe we've been down this way, but have we found both of the items in 7?
We found neither of the items in 7, I believe. thomjay is going to give us our first look at some of these other rooms here, the far right room here.
Manhandla yet.
Nope. And we also haven't seen the rooms on the left side of the dungeon because Trails dipped level 7.
Yeah, that's true. And you know what? I'm wondering because remember we couldn't bomb to the left in that that connector area.
Yep.
I was gonna say didn't check to the right to make sure that didn't check to the right to make sure that you can't there isn't a staircase there.
So what Trails did in level 7 was went through the transport staircase, went to the room to the right in that narrow one, that one room hallway there.
Yeah.
Found the Triforce, grabbed it, and bailed.
Yeah.
Leaving 7 rooms, the 6 on the right and the one below where the transport staircase dropped you off, leaving 7 rooms untouched.
But that doesn't matter because the raft is here in 5.
Unbelievable. What a play. He ends up getting rewarded for dipping 7 at this point in time.
Dipping level
Trails,
5.
You're dipping level 5 and dodging level 7.
Yeah. But now level 7 could still have the silver arrows.
And for thomjay at this point in time, he's running a good race, all things considered here, but he is in a lot of trouble if the silvers are in 6. If they're here, he's great.
Now, of course, that all depends on whether or not the items in 6 are going to be particularly hard to find.
Also very true. Could just be that both items in 6 fall immediately.
Yeah, if you get both of those. No, you're right. I think thomjay does not remember about the staircase. Or, about the set of stairs here, because he's going to great lengths to clear this room out and is going to be disappointed by the lack of... Nope, there we go. He remembers. Maybe he's just... I don't know what he was doing.
Has he been down this way yet? I think he might not have even been down here yet. He's trying to find the way around.
Yeah.
Which he has now, so he's okay. But this is kind of the moment of truth here with the raft in 5 for Trails. Trails is looking for the other item here in 5 as well.
Well, that is going to that's going to at least hold him up for a little while longer. Although this could be the room with the item.
It is a magical wand.
So we know that the silver arrows are not here in 5, but since the raft is, we know that it is the play.
Yeah, so we're down to 6 or 9 for our silver arrows at this point, it looks like.
Well, we still don't know what 7 has, right?
Yeah.
So it still could be 7. You're right, six or nine.
Yeah, and we haven't found all the items in 3 either. Tom J finds a bomb room here, so he's gonna take the
And of
bomb upgrade.
course,
Goes to 10.
it's only 2 bombs.
This seed is real good. This seed just keeps getting better and better, and by better and better, I mean worse and worse. Oh, right, 3 had a pair of hearts per Balletta, so thank you to our tracker Balletta for that.
So now we're gonna go here to level 6.
Well, Tom J's gonna kill this Dig Dogger first before crossing over here.
This could have something. Wouldn't it be something if the item is here?
Would be something if this were Silver's. It is a blank, though.
Ah.
And here we are in level 6. Again, Silver's being here puts Tom J in an incredibly bad spot. Tom J really needs to find silver arrows here in 7. Or if they're in 9, I guess everything is alright, no harm, no foul, but...
Well, because Tom J will have to dig level 6 after this, but also has to go back to level 5 too, so... Here
This is true.
The staircase. Do we have an item? We don't, it's just a staircase. Okay, there's the Triforce out of 7, so no, we could not bomb to the right.
He is skipping it.
He's skipping. Okay, this might be a move. This might be a play.
He knows there's 2 items in here, so he's going to keep exploring at this point in time. He's going to bomb out the wall to the left. He's going to give himself access to the 6 rooms. Push block here for trails here in level 6, and it is a second segment.
Now there's the compass.
Good find. That'll speed up the process when he needs to get out of this place. I never like coming out of a passageway room and seeing doors in all 4 directions. It's like the worst feeling.
Yeah, too much choice is pretty bad. Here's a Moblin room.
Yeah, 6 is not a dungeon you really want to be diving out, but it's kind of a thing I guess you gotta do.
Yeah. Still nothing, wow. I guess both of these items are probably going to be in the same room. Unless it's in here.
No, there's only a couple of rooms to the south. They might be 1 room apart, or yeah, like you said, it might be a stairwell room with a floor drop item.
Here it is, and it's a Dig Dogger.
We know it's an item. He's going to skip it for now. He's going to find a 3-hit Gleeok just to the south.
Take down this Gleeok. Although I would probably take my chances with the Dig Dogger.
Yeah, same, but, you know, that's kind of... There's a lot of options there. He knows that he's got to go back to that room anyways to finish out, so he's going to go ahead and take care of business here first. He also still needs to grab the Triforce as well, so maybe he's saving resources. Gambling that there was something better than a Dig Dogger, and it is a double item room.
Yeah. And that does mean that whatever's here, if it is what we're looking for, yeah.
Yep, Tom J figures that. Tom J knows he's gonna hit the flute. He's gonna drop the bomb. He's gonna drop another bomb.
Oh, it's the compass.
And just a heart container for his troubles here.
Feels bad.
Tough break, certainly, but he is going to attack that on. It looks like one of the items here in 6 was Red Ring. So Trails has the full defense going.
Oh, is this the final room we haven't checked? Oh, no, this was the return staircase.
Yep.
So then that means that we haven't seen Then that means we have seen the other item here in 7. It must have just been a heart container then, right?
Had to have been, because otherwise... I'm not taking perfect notes, I apologize. So we've got Trails chasing a drop here in 6. Chase no
There's the
more.
silver arrows. Trails is in go mode.
He's gonna go and race that. Gonna go race down that Triforce here. He knows where it is, 4 rooms away.
The only hope for the thomjay right now, I just put a "the" in front of his name. I don't know why, but
The one and the only.
The only one and only, yeah. The only hope now is that level 9 is going to be the worst, but only if you take the wrong, the wrong route. Because now he's firmly behind here. He's going to get this Triforce out of 3, but has to go to 5 and has to dig level 6 too.
Yep. Trails adding on Triforce number 7 now, so he does have his 7th Triforce. He's gonna quickly dip 3. He'll probably find out the bad news pretty quickly here that he's got to take down all these Wizropes. He's still got one dose of potion, I believe, in hand as well.
So now the next question is where does thomjay go? Has to go to 6. Or should I say not 6, but has to go back to 5 to get to level 6.
Yeah, Trails though, he is gonna cut. He's gonna have to head around. He's gonna do a little bit of hiking to get to the level 3 spot from the level 2 spot from the level 1 spot to find dungeon number 3 and his 8th Triforce here. thomjay's making the move. He's in the right place now. His notes or his memory or whatever he uses to make sure he knows where his items are have taken him back to where he needs to be finally. So he is at level 5 now.
Alright, that's good. He's in the right spot. Question is where to go. Nope, that's where the level 1 spot is. I think Trails might have lost track of where level 3 is. Right up here in the level spot. Yeah.
I mean, he's in the right area. It definitely happens. I don't think you can fault somebody who is... You look at the clock right now. We're an hour and 17 into this run, and you know that top racers can finish these flags in an hour.
Yeah.
You know that your opponent has probably finished them in an hour 5 more than once before. Either you figured out that the seed is absolute trash, or you are behind, right? Even though Trails is ahead, he is leading right now. He might still feel behind.
Yeah, and when you feel behind, I mean, this is the first race, so, there isn't going to be as much of a gamble. But yeah, when you're definitely to the point where you're one game down, that really sort of ramps up the Gamble-matic 9000.
Yeah, I mean, it's still real early in the tournament for the elimination brackets, but you really cannot minimize the fact that things get difficult in a seed like this.
Yeah, well, it looks like we found a mugger room.
Wants keys, which we have an infinite number of.
Yep. There it is. There's the raft for thomjay.
So now it's going to be interesting to see what he decides to do here, because there is still the floor drop, which we know up here in the booth is the wand and will not do him any good. Trails is in the Triforce room right now. He is doing Mortal Kombat with these particular friends of ours, the Blue Wizropes. He's got him down to 2. He's got him down to 1.
There it is.
He's got him down. Balletta makes a good point. Can be playing by yourself and feel behind. That is a mood right there, friend. That is... So 11 hearts, 1 dose of potion, blue ring, white sword. Silver arrows are in hand. Trails has 8 Triforces and is en route to level 9 now, which we know is at the level 5 spot at the top of Lost Hill.
Yep. And we won't be able to listen because we don't have our audio, but they will be listening for the Roar of Ganon, which will be in one of the 4 adjacent rooms to the room that they're in. And they're also... Yep.
They'll also be looking for a shutter door that refuses to open no matter what they do in the room that they are in, which will show them where their rescue target is. Magic Stick for thomjay. He's got 7 Triforces now, and he does need to dip out level 6 for Silvers and Triforce number 8, so he has a solid dungeon behind him at this point.
Okay, we can go in all 3 directions, so nothing suspicious here at start. When you see that there's only a certain amount of ways that you can go at the beginning of the Old Man, it's possible that one of those areas might have something of value.
A lot of the time, it feels like when you have a single path to start, it's a magic staircase. It's a magic staircase level, and that's always kind of the worst feeling.
Not just a magic staircase level, but like Ganon's right there, or the princess is right there. There's a reason why you can't go up or to the right or to the left or whatever. Ooh.
Also true.
Yep.
Of course, it's a room with shutter doors, so he has to fight the Blue Land Moes. They tag him a couple of times, but the red ring is doing its job here. Only taking half a heart a bump, so not so bad.
So now the good news is, though, is that thomjay doesn't have to go back into 3, has already conquered it, so this is his final Triforce piece. So depending upon how fast he can dig out this level 6, if he finds the silver arrows before the red ring, I imagine he's going to bail on the red ring.
Yeah, I agree.
But then the question is you have 13 hearts. You want to make another pass at Mags? Oh no. He's grabbing that Triforce immediately. I think he might be thinking about dipping 9.
Is he going to gamble 9? Because we know, again, we can see the future here. Or at least we can see the past perfect.
He's not gambling 9.
Alright, he swings around. He saves us all the heart trouble.
I will say one thing, though, that thomjay's combat's been pretty good throughout this entire seed.
Yeah, I think both of our runners have been pretty solid on that front, honestly.
With the wand and the white sword is making quick work of all of these enemies. And I believe so this was a staircase, wasn't it?
This was silver arrows.
The silvers.
He's done. He's not getting the red ring. I think he's done.
He's done.
Oh yeah, there's the up and A.
He's doing
That's a fast up and A right there. He's going to get to level 9 here as well, so his quick dip is going to pay off here, but Trails is a little bit of an edge here in level 9.
Now the fastest way is to warp to level 3. He's not going to bother stopping to heal up.
Yeah, he is all business at this point in time. Trails has not found either half of the puzzle yet here in level 9, so just clearing things out right now, trying to bomb down some walls, figure out what's going on. Not a lot of bomb walls so far in level 9, so not a lot that's opened up to him at this point. But here comes thomjay to, he's just one screen scroll away from level 9, and
So it'd be interesting if he goes in a completely different direction and finds everything.
that would be a kind of a tough break for Trails for sure here, as Trails is hunting and pecking and throwing bombs at walls right now.
Yeah. Oh, get in there, get in there. There we go. You don't. Last thing you want to do is die on the spot just before entering level 9.
Especially at the level 5
Go
spot.
left. Go
That's a
left.
haul.
I'm gonna go up first. Take the staircase. Yeah, take the staircase. We might see a scattershot approach to level 9 here from thomjay. Well,
Yeah,
here
there
we
are.
go. So we know that Ganon will not be in Ganon's room tonight, or today, this afternoon.
Yeah, there's two real major philosophies to doing level 9. One of them is to avoid all the stairwells, and the other one is to basically take all of the stairwells.
Oh shoot! I'm more in the philosophy is taking all the staircases.
I'm also pretty deep on team take all the staircases. Again, it's a matter of personal preference a lot of the time. So, thomjay can do a little bit of combat. He sees a shutter door in this room. I don't think we've seen this room yet, or if we have, they all start to blend together. Level 9, you have to have a real good map, or I get real lost. So shutter pops for thomjay. So not what he wanted.
Ah, he's interested in bombing up.
Both Forerunners just throwing bombs left and right wherever they can.
Well, the wand, yeah, definitely having the wand will make, short work of those enemies such as the land molas. Oh, it looks like Trail's taking a death. This might actually be good for him, because now he might go off to the... Nope, gonna continue going to the right.
Yeah, so he's going to cut and run to the right here. thomjay is exploring what looks like northeast quadrant here a little bit through that stairwell.
We have
Searching for a
Ganon.
bomb hole. We have a pig.
thomjay has made it to the Ganon.
And there's a shutter door. There's a door behind Ganon. Do you think that this is it?
You know what? This is the only time in which you can actually have the princess behind a double shutter door. It's because the same event value that's used to lock you in Ganon's room is the same one that's used to open Zelda's door. But look, what have we got here? We have... Nope.
We have likes, but thomjay has a Ganon kill now, so we're now thomjay's not looking for a shutter to not open. thomjay's looking for a shutter door to open for no good reason other than the fact that he walked in the room.
Gonna take this staircase, see what happens.
Look at that level 9 for Trails. He has explored a lot of rooms at this point.
Yeah, that can't be good. thomjay's level 9 has definitely been a lot nicer. In fact, yeah, that kind of proves it. In this particular case, Team Take All the Stairs has definitely come out on top.
I mean, it does happen. Trails is going to up an A again, so not happy with where he is in the dungeon. Gonna start over here. thomjay bombs up and does find a bomb hole here.
Trails is finally checking off to the left.
Not a lot here for thomjay. He's on 3 bombs as well, but he gets a bomb drop from the Red Guria, so
Two bomb drops.
The rich get richer, clearly.
And I will say, though, that this has been very good considering that, only a few moments ago, thomjay was behind Trails.
Yeah, level 9 again.
So we saw quite the comeback, I'd say. Maybe not quite the same comeback. Well, there's Lord Banana.
I don't know
what. That's what happens when you don't speak clearly. You just start...
We've been at it for an hour and a half at this point in time, and we're still going. We still got a lot to go here. It looks like gotta have a lot of gas in the tank for this.
I think I might have just accidentally re-nicknamed somebody.
The Zelda, the Zelda
door
1
opens.
community.
But he's already
door.
he's already defeated everybody, so that doesn't matter. That
It's
door's
easy to get excited, but he knows it's a room he's been in before.
yeah.
Another shutter door opens for Trails here, so not quite what he was looking for. Here comes more bombs from our runners. thomjay finding some area that he has not yet explored. I think Trails has been around a lot of this, though, so we'll see. thomjay down to 1 bomb again. Trails sitting on 4-pack here.
And there's Lord Banana again.
thomjay is all bail. He's just getting out of there.
No, at this point, yeah, I was gonna, at this point in time, you're in a race. You're waiting for a dot done. Now it's not the time to go silly with the boomerang.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes sometimes. So Trails is here. Trails is very close to Ganon's room at this point in time. Finds the red candle in level 9.
Yep. As we go out, we can go off to the left here. This might be where we need to be.
There's the blue Landmo room for Trails here. Gonna break out the wand and double swing here.
There's a single shutter door, but it does not open. Can we bomb to the south? We cannot. Interesting.
Gonna hang left here.
Hear about this? Yeah, this is it.
There it is.
thomjay has found the princess.
What a seed that was. What a run from thomjay today to kind of a very back and forth run for sure. Trails had the early level 1. thomjay was early on in the lead. They bounced it back and forth a lot. Trails is coming along as well. Does find Ganon finally, but man, that was a tight race all the way down.
Yeah, it came down to thomjay's level 9 was a lot kinder, and I think part of it was just being able to get level 3 over and done with before going into 6. And remember, thomjay didn't pick up that red ring, so I think that was also a factor as well.
But an absolutely great run from both of our runners. A very tough seed, though. Definitely a tester to start. Getting this one off the ground was unpleasant.
Champions are made, forged in the fires of horrible, horrible seeds. Do we have a time for Tom?
Yeah, the time was 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 15 seconds. So, GG to thomjay.
There's the map to level 9. So now Trails is just still looking for the princess, and we know it's off in the corner. I think it was
far to the left there.
Far to the left, yeah. Now that's an interesting shape.
I don't think level 9s ever have an interesting shape. They just look like, 64 rooms of torture. I mean, it's slightly fewer than 64 rooms, but,
Yeah, thereabouts. I mean, it's basically a full grid minus the all those holes that you see in level 9. Those are actually where the data for the staircases are contained. So so interestingly enough, here's something you probably didn't know is that if you were to actually go into one of those one of those rooms, you would find that it has a weird looking color. It has a really weird looking room, and there might be an item on the floor, and the doors are really weird. And there's
I
a
didn't,
whole
I didn't know that.
yeah. So how it works is that the doors, the information for the doors, actually become the coordinates in which which the which you when you exit the staircase. Actually, I'm trying to figure out if I remember correctly. It's been many years since I've actually dug through everything.
Certainly a lot to think about. Zelda is a very beautiful game for being as old as it is, and for the code being as old as it is.
Yeah.
It's a real interesting code base.
Oh yeah. No, I mean the game's. I mean, let's put it this way. This game came out basically on the height of the 8-bit era. Um, a lot of tricks that they used. In fact, if I remember correctly, I actually heard that the original Super Mario Brothers, right? That was supposed to be the absolute last time that a cartridge-based game would be made. That they had actually reached their limit with with what they could do with with cartridges. And then after that, new technology emerged and was able to, fit, for example, this game on a cartridge.
Hello.
From hello, GG.
Nice run. We are joined, of course, by thomjay, who has taken the win in race number 1 of this series. So, GG, very nice run through a very difficult seed. It looked like.
Yeah, I only found hearts all the time, so.
I mean, I think the only thing I'm really interested in knowing is when did you feel behind in this seed? Because there had to be a point at which you felt behind. Do you remember kind of where it was, or if you ever did?
When I got the candle at 50 minutes or something.
Now, one of the things that you did do early on, which Trails didn't do, was manage to find that bomb hole in level 2 where you were able to have an access to lots of keys. Because at the beginning, it was a pretty key-starved seed. And then, of course, finding the recorder early, that also helped a bit. But yeah, that candle was basically locking all of the progression.
Yeah, I thought I checked everywhere also, but I couldn't find it. Then
But you know what? You did manage to pull off a win, and that is very impressive. And also, I think your combat has been pretty good too, especially considering we've had those rooms full of wizrobes. Pretty ugly rooms.
yeah, the wizrobes in Dungeon 3 gave me many gray hairs.
Yeah. I know that I can't finish off a wizrobe room unless I've got like magic sword, red ring, and 16 hearts. And not only that though, they rolled to their maximum. They were like 12 HP. I even counted. So meanwhile, back on Trail's side, still looking for the princess. is not in the right section, but is on the hopefully on the right path.
Yeah, it's pretty much a straight dive to the left, so just needs to sort of find the way to get to the lower left corner of the map here. So with game one, with game one to your side at this point, thomjay, what is your strategy for game two at this point in time with the lead in the series?
Just play and have fun. I don't have any strategies. I just go for it.
Yeah, the other
Going-
thing. Sorry.
Going forward is definitely a good philosophy.
Yeah, sometimes having, thinking, overthinking what your strategy is going to be, sometimes that can kind of trip you up as well. It is kind of one of those things where I think too, it's like you really have to be reactionary. You sort of have to know, okay, what's the situation? What do I do now? How do I make the most of this? It's a lot of routing on the fly as well. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing what game 2 holds.
Hopefully it has less wizards.
There is no guarantee.
I mean, after what looked like a Dungeons of Wizrobes, at least, Dungeon 9, you were free of them.
Yeah, at that point in time, I think all the wizrobes were just all whizzed out.
It was a long day, a long seed. Speaking of Trails is in a very long level 9 right now. It's looking a little bit like Groundhog Day, as every room is starting to look the same to me, at least.
Yep. Unfortunately, Trails, taking the wrong path, or at least what we know is the wrong path. Maybe gonna try and take the staircase? No, it's gonna head over to the left here. And this Patra, or, this what do you call it, Manhandla. Something that doesn't start with the letter P. Speaking of which, we have not seen a single Patra all seed.
Huh. You're right.
Yeah.
What a good and gentle seed that was nice to everybody and had absolutely no problems whatsoever.
Except...
Look.
Ooh, that is almost a full clear, yes.
Yeah, this is basically Hundo on level 9 here. So all Trails needs to do is go down 2 rooms, go hang a right, go down, go right, go down, go left, go down, go left, and go left, and they'll have it.
Did you get that?
Because if you didn't, I can't repeat it, because I'm lost too. Valletta got it. Somebody listens to me. God, I like this community already.
Oh, okay, like this staircase just leads over there. Oh dear. Compass is something that Trails could really use right about now.
Possibly also a hug at this point.
But not by a Wizrobe.
I mean, that's been the entire scene at this point.
Yeah. Nothing makes you more unclean than Uncle Wizzy's hugs.
Something, something, touch of death. And now he's got it. There we go. Kills off the Gibdos in the one room. Door pops open. Trails is gonna finish up. Gonna rage stab the princess like 18 times here, but GG to Trails for completing that difficult level 9. Coming in with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 27 seconds.
Huh, I just realized something.
What's that?
It says sound designer is Kon-chan, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so Koji Kondo, Kon. And I guess Chan is just probably just probably just a added on extra or something like that. I just because I know that they used pseudonyms back then. Anyway.
Anyhow.
Yeah, anyhow. And it looks like their theme was from Batman, so.
Any final thoughts at this point, thomjay, about this scene or anything else on your mind before we wrap you up?
Nah, got nothing.
So we're just gonna wait on Trails for a second. Sure, he's just having a moment to recover from this seed, certainly.
Or, did anyone give him permission to enter voice chat? There we go.
Sorry about that. I didn't see the waiting room. I was just trying to join the main channel. What's up, guys? GG, thomjay.
GG.
Yeah, that seed was terrible, man. I guess it was like whoever got the candle first, or whoever got the blue ring first. I kind of searched around and didn't find anything. And
That's the
immediately.
funny thing, though. Oops, sorry.
Nah, you go ahead. You guys saw from the top down and saw both of us.
I was gonna say though, that's the thing though, is that you were the first one to get the candle, and the ladder.
Oh yeah, cause I don't know. I felt blocked everywhere, and that 9 was terrible. I had a really rough 9. I don't track 9, so I don't. And I never found Zelda's room, and I didn't find that hallway. I thought that there was a shoot room right there, and I thought in the map that was the shoot room.
Yeah, and then of course, you know, there were the combat blocks too. Those were, I guess maybe they weren't as bad. Although those whiz robes, you know, 12 HP whiz robes, that's pretty ugly.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
And I never found the bomb upgrade either. How did thomjay do?
Oh.
I mean, obviously he won, but
Let's just say the bomb upgrade wasn't worth your time.
what was it? 2 for like 120 or something?
It was like 2 for, it was like 2 for like 87.
Yeah, it was not good.
I was really hoping for a bomb upgrade, but 9 was really friendly. It was covered with Gibdo and orange Gorilla, so bomb droppers were everywhere. I don't know. I like the seed. I feel like 9 really gave me a run for the money, but it felt like it bottlenecked me right into getting the candle and the blue ring because I just I was ladder blocked everywhere. There was a Goma block, and I felt like everywhere I went was either blocked or darn near impossible to get through. So I felt like if I got the blue ring and filled up on bombs, maybe I would stand a chance. But it was a pretty rough combat seed.
Yeah, very rough. Very rough. Also, when it came down to level 9, thomjay did take staircases a bit more liberally as well, so that might have helped a little bit.
Yeah, I try to jump in and run around, and I try not to take the stairwells, but maybe I should change that.
Well, no, I mean it's basically two philosophies. You're either on team searching every column or you're on team taking every staircase. It all comes down to how you feel. I mean, let's put it this way: what other people do, to win a race, might not necessarily be what you need to do to win a race. It's just that sometimes it just comes down to one preference over another, and you never know when it's you never know when it's going to be your time for your way to shine, sort of.
Who entered 9 first? Was it me or was it him?
You entered 9 first.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
How long? By a large
Let's put it
margin.
this way: by the time you were in level 9, he still needed to go to level 5 and 6. Well, 5 and 6 to get the raft and the silver arrows.
Wow. See, I gambled on level 7. I found the Triforce. Neither of the items, and I got out of there. I was just like, whatever. I'm not doing this. I'm not coming back. It was all the way up at level 9. I went full RPG on it.
Well, that turned out to be right because there really wasn't anything in level 7. And level 8 didn't. And level 8 had nothing either.
Yeah, level 9 always gives me a run for the money, and I felt behind the whole time. When I entered 9, it was like an hour 15 or something like that. I spent a long time. I won just about 100%.
Yeah, that was a really rough level 9, but it was also just like in general just hard to get traction early. Neither of you had traction. You were the first runner into level 1, but in exchange thomjay was the first runner with the white sword by a decent margin, so it ended up being that both of you were sort of kind of bouncing the run back and forth an awful lot. It was certainly close.
It must have been pretty exciting when he came in and it was like he found Ganon probably first or whatever, or it was probably pretty exciting watching him come back from behind.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at it, you were hoping to find something in that top right corner, and it just didn't fall out for you, or in the top left corner, and thomjay was in the top right corner finding Ganon at about the same time while you were plunging out the far corners of level 9.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just having fun. Like, I know even if I did win, I'm not getting anywhere in this tournament, so it's just strictly for fun and for learning purposes. So I'm not like butthurt about anything. I'm actually happy for.
I mean, it's certainly not over yet. You still have to schedule races 2 and 3. I don't know if you've got those scheduled yet or not, but race 2 still has to happen for sure, so you still got a shot. You still.
Do we know who whichever racer wins this matchup, who they're going to be facing?
I forget. I was there for the reveal, but that was like a couple days ago, and I can't remember.
Yeah, I've never been too good on understanding how brackets work.
No, I mean, I understood how it worked. I just knew I'd race thomjay. Hey, Tom, who we racing?
Dr. J, I think. Dr. J PhD or something like that.
Yeah, like he's like number 4 seed or so. I mean, not number 4, but he's definitely like if either of us win, it's going to be a tough feat facing that guy. He's a really good Zelda 1 randomizer player. So I don't know. I'm doing it strictly for fun and learning purposes. Like I'm pretty certain it's going to be right out. We can put it right out of the tournament, but I enjoy the game a lot. I want to learn how to play it better. I feel like I'm getting a little better, but I always get jacked up on level 9. So I need to figure that out. But other than that, I feel like I understand like when I run into stuff when it's time to throw the towel and go in a different direction. I feel like when I entered that Palace 4 right by the start when you go in, it was Blue Wizard City, and I was just like, you know what, Blue Ring. I don't know, but GG Tom J. We'll schedule the next one soon. I don't know. I had a great time, and whatchamacallit, I look forward to the next race. So GG, and thank you guys for doing the commentaries.
GG.
What did you think about the C, Tom J?
It was awful.
It was awful. That's how I feel, but I still had a great time. I enjoyed myself. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off here. Thanks again for everything, for the tracking, for the commentary. It's truly a blessing to have these tournaments and have you guys jump in and help us out. So you guys have a good rest of the day or night or whatever it is, and I'm going to jump off.
Well, Jiggly, I'm spent.
Yes.
You want to take us home?
Yeah. Let's see what's coming up here on for the more tournament action here. Let's see what we've got lined up. See here. Here we go. We've got a 9:30 race on Speed Gaming. That's thomjay Smash versus I'm a Sock. And then later on at 10 p.m. Is that yet? Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, okay, no, sorry, my mistake. That's Speed Gaming 2. Speed Gaming 3, we've at 10 o'clock, we've got DM, 1184 versus Sparkover. So those are going to be some pretty good matches. So everybody stay tuned to the Speed Gaming family. And also check out Randomania as well for other matches as they are scheduled. So I believe with that we are finished.